Scott here with some skills and drills for you martial arts enthusiasts at home. We're going to start with something easy because you want to make sure that you warm up and you stretch out as well as you can. Taekwondo moves have a lot of dynamic muscle movements, so you want to make sure you're good and warm. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with some sit-ups, and we're going to add some punches in there. So just go right to the floor, spread your legs just a little bit. We're going to do our sit-ups with our hands up by our heads. We're going to go down, and when we come up, we're going to punch with our right, and we're going to punch with our left. We're going to go down, punch, 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 punch. And we want to do 3 sets of 10 of those. So that'll be a nice little core warm-up, as well as getting the blood flowing in our arms and our hands. Now we're going to go to our feet. We're going to do our second skill and drill. That's going to be our jab and our cross. So from a fighting position, we want our hands up, protecting our head at all times. Our arms are spread out about as wide as our shoulders. Our hands are up by our jawline. As we throw that front hand, and it's called a jab, you're going to dip your chin down to be protected by this outside shoulder, so they can't slip it across the top of your shoulder and into your jawline. So as you jab, drop that shoulder down, drop that chin below the shoulder, and then bring it back. Same way with the cross, which is the back arm. As you throw that cross, drop your chin below that shoulder. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. The jab and the cross. Jab, cross. So that's the 2 punches we're going to work on today. Again, 3 sets of 10 with both of those. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to move into some blocks. The single outer forearm block is with the front arm. That block is going to turn, and you're going to turn it out as you make that block. That will take the impact and wrap it around your arm so you're not taking an impact on one spot. You're not bruising your own muscles or bruising your own bone when you take that impact and you wrap it around the arm. I'm going to ask Mr. Micah if he would come assist me with this and show what I'm talking about. So as Micah throws this right cross, I'm going to block this, and I'm going to turn it on impact and push it away as I block. But as I do that, I don't want to take the full force of the punch. So as I block, I'm going to move my back leg away from the punch, block. Now I've got room to counterattack. Same way with the other side. Thank you, sir. So that outer forearm block, we're going to call it a number 1. It's that front arm. Move away, block, and come back. Block, move away, and come back. Number 2 is the back arm. But this time we're going to move the front leg. Block and move the front leg away from the punch. So 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. We never want to block unless we're going to counter. It's the only reason you block is to stay close enough to throw a counterattack. Otherwise, we would just move away. We would duck it. So if you're going to block, you have to have a counter. So what we're going to do is we're going to add that cross in there. We're going to block and counter at the same time. There's no such thing as a block and counter. That would be 2 moves. That's wasting time. So you want to block and counter at the same time. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Same time. Second part, we're going to talk about the fun stuff, the kicks. Every kick starts with 4 moves. It's a chamber, an execution, a re-chamber, and return. The first kick we're going to talk about is a front kick. Front kick lifts straight up. That's your chamber position. Then you're going to execute, then you're going to re-chamber, then return. So 4 parts, but it happens so quick you probably won't even notice. But you got to have a good chamber, execute, re-chamber before it sets down. So let me demonstrate the kick first. This is what it looks like using my back leg. Four parts, always striking with the ball of the foot right underneath the toes with the toes pulled back. So our number one kick, as we're standing in a fighting stance, will be with the front leg. Number one, front kick. A number two kick is gonna be with the back leg. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 3 sets of 10 on the front leg, 3 sets of 10 on the back leg. We're gonna jump and switch because we need to do everything on both sides of the body. So we need to do number ones and number twos on both sides. We're also gonna work out our quads. So hands are gonna be up. We're gonna drop to a squat, stand up, right leg front kick, squat, stand up, left leg front kick. Down, front kick, down, front kick, down, front kick. We're gonna do 3 sets of 10 of those as well. The next kick we're gonna talk about is usually everybody's favorite, and that's a side kick. We're gonna use a chair to help us demonstrate the side kick today. Remember, there's 4 parts: chamber, execute, rechamber, and return. So far on the side kick, we're gonna chamber it up, more like a tabletop. It's gonna go out, hit with the bottom of the heel, rechamber back in front of the body as a tabletop, and then return. Again, 3 sets of 10, just chamber, execute, rechamber, and return 10 times. You can also just do this on the wall by putting your hand on the wall. That's a number one side kick if we're using a front leg. A number 2 side kick is gonna come from the back side. So with the chair in front of you, you'll use the back leg, side kick, pull it back and down, and you can grab your chair for stability. A number 3 side kick is a side kick where you step up and side kick. So when I step, I'm gonna step with the back leg forward, behind my kicking leg, then I'm gonna chamber, execute, rechamber, and return. So stepping forward and return. So there you go, 3 sets of 10s. I hope you have a great workout.